Hours after Nigeria made US watch list, Muslim youth asked Buhari to release Sowore. Muslim youth in Nigeria have called on President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure the immediate release of Omoyele Sowore. Earlier today, the government of the United States added Nigeria to a special watch list of countries that have engaged in or tolerated severe violations of religious freedom. This came at a time many Nigerians and the international community have been criticizing the Nigerian government for its severe violations of court orders and the shrinking civic and media space in the country. The youth under the auspices of Asaruddin Youth Association of Nigeria, Northern State Council, asked governments to respect the court order granting Sowore bail and immediately free him and other political detainees in the country. Chairman of the association, Professor Basha Omikpidon, condemned the rearrest of Sowore and his prolonged detention without a court order. He said, Adian Northern State Council is not oblivious of the fact that Omoyele Sowore and some other persons are still in detention despite court-granted bail. We call on the federal government to arraign those who have not been tried to court while allowing those who have already been granted bail to go home. We are equally not opposed to rearrest of anyone on bail if there are reasons to suspect that condition of such bail had been flouted. This should, however, be carried out in accordance with the rule of law. A person remains a suspect until convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction, but so far, Omoyele Sowore is still a suspect who has been granted bail by the court and should be released. The inclusion of Nigeria in the religion violations list was announced by the U.S. Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. So guys, from what we are hearing, that because of the decision of the US by adding Nigeria to their watch list as well, for people who our country who have engaged or tolerated severe violation of human rights and all those religious practices. People have been talking about it and all of that. Most times when people say, oh, what is the problem? Why can't Nigerians stay on their own? Why is it that any little thing they will be rising to all these countries as if they are headmasters, that you need to be giving account of what is happening? No. If you have three friends, just let's even downplay it or bring it down. If you have three friends, or maybe if you have two friends and maybe all of you are just three, when two people are arguing, it is expected that the third person will be able to say, okay, who is right or who is not right. In my opinion, I think that is the way it ought to go. Not to talk of even all those countries that most of the time, some of the group society groups, all these human rights groups always write to. From all indication, all these countries are far, 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 far ahead of us, and it has been proven that they know what they are doing compared to what we are doing over here. Even we ourselves, truth be told, we know that we are not doing the right thing. It's not as if maybe we don't know how to do the right thing, but because of some vested interest, because some people have made it, I don't know whether it is a vow that things will not work out fine unless it's going to just be their own family and their friends. That's it. Because I see no reason why normally, morally, as human being, you will not be able to know what is good from what is bad. We know what is obtainable, but the political way to do all of those things, that is where we are having problems. So if we have already made ourselves, that laughing stock, then people will treat us that way. And if we don't do the right thing, and it's applicable to people even in a family where things are not being done properly, some people will just be, be left out. If that's the way you want to go, good and fine. So not to talk of when you have dealings with other countries, because when you want to get money or want to borrow money, you will not know that time that you are a sovereign country that cannot take care of itself. Of course, it's not as if everybody is not a island. Nobody is island of everything. There are some areas that you have some kind of deficiency, but that doesn't mean that you should just be all over the place. Like he's saying, somebody always say everybody has toilets in his or her house, but the manner at which you maintain that toilet, makes people or make people feel that okay, you are a nice person. There is no, at least in this modern day houses, you go to everywhere, you have toilets there. If you don't take care of the toilets, as soon as visitors are coming in, the odor will just, visit them. But once you take care of the toilet, definitely nobody will even know that such a thing is happening. Unlike the olden days, you have your toilets outside, because people believe that, no, how can somebody have toilets inside? But if you do the right thing, everything will be okay. Nobody will know. Even some people, their toilet, you can even sit down there, you can eat there, you can do a manner of things there. You don't even care, because you will not even see any stain, you will not see any dirt, because of the way they have taken care of the whole place. So if you don't take care of your house, everywhere will be smelling. Just that's what is happening in this country. So whether it is because of the threat or whatever, that this Muslim now, they now woke up to say, oh, the government should release Sowore. Of course, everybody knows what is obtainable. They've charged him. You said he did this, he did that. Take him to court. Nobody is saying, oh, don't take him there. Don't. If really have a good evidence against him, that is an opportunity or an avenue for you to nail him. Then why are you keeping him? If really you know that you don't have a case, against him. Because from with all indication, you know that they don't have case against him. I think people should just cool down and just think deeply. They say they have this evidence against him. The best thing, just take him to court and prove all of those things. And before you know it, wherever you want to send him to, he will definitely go there. But because you know that you don't have case against him, and we tend to believe what Falana is saying, and it's playing out, that they don't have a case against him. They don't have case against him. So it is better, it's better late than never, since they have not spoken, but everybody knows the truth. But because of some vested interest, because of because of fear or any form of intimidation, or because of shame, they are trying to curtail the truth within themselves. A lot of people who know this truth. So that is just the way it is. It's not as if people don't know what is obtainable. What are you keeping him there for? What are you keeping them for? No, but even people who are shouting, release Sowore, they know that they are not saying you should not take him to court. Okay, if you have evidence against him, but do the needful. That's what people are talking about. And you are talking about somebody is violating whatever is a threat to national security, and meanwhile you are violating the law. You don't want to obey the law. So who is a threat to the national security? That means you are in the same category, if we want to look it at that way. If you want to look it from that angle, that means you are even committing more blunder than the person you are accusing. So if they've suddenly woken up to their responsibility, or to the truth, good and fine. It's better late than never. So let them do the needful, because this embarrassment is getting too much. And if they think that they have power, because they're always coming out to say, oh, we are a sovereign country, nothing will happen, we know how to do our things. Even other countries, they have their problems and all of that. I hope that this grandstanding will not lead them to where they don't want to go, or will not lead to what we don't even expect. But they should be careful. That is just the truth of the matter. Someone says, instead of telling me Buhari to leave our country alone, for us Muslims, we're talking about releasing Sowore. This man is incompetent. Impeach him. Look how other countries are downgrading us as a result of incompetency. US are telling us what to do. Free Sowore. Someone says, America is the only hope of a victimized nation. No one is criticizing anything. Let him prove his innocence, or charges filed against him. And someone say, there is nothing like Muslim youth. Let him pay for, I don't know what it says, writing. Okay, true and justice always in US. God bless America and strengthen USA. And concerning this person that said that no one is criticizing anything, let him prove his innocence. And someone say, which kind charges? What makes you different from your tyrant head of state? Someone say, I mean the most, this person is even abusing the person that said Sowore should go and prove his innocence. Someone say, you know, get sense. Why don't you know, and your mouth watering? Okay, well, I don't know what they are talking about here. But in the recent, let the federal government do the needful. Everybody, people who are hiding from the truth, to say the truth. They know the truth, but the most important thing, say the truth and you will be free. Say the truth and you'll be set free, and your conscience will be free. If you continue to harbor lies, continue to harbor the abnormalities, you will not have a peace of mind because you know what is happening. Just a simple thing, you have evidence against him, take this man to court now. Why are you guys running from the court? I tend to believe what Falana is saying, that the government, federal government is running away from trial. Why? They are the one accusing him. That all the evidences they brought against Sowore, they've been able to, sweep them off because they hold no water. So guys, I'll leave your comments and let's hear your take concerning the position of the Muslim youth asking Buhari to release Sowore. Thank you very much.